There are places in the world that defy our imagination, where nature has silently sculpted true masterpieces over millions of years. Get ready to discover the 10 most breathtaking landscapes that Earth has preserved for the most curious eyes. The journey begins now. Spotted Lake. Nestled within the semi-arid lands of British Columbia's Okanagan Valley lies a lake so strange and mesmerizing it feels as though it belongs to another realm. This is Spotted Lake, or, as it is known to the Syilx First Nations people, Tlilq, a sacred place where nature and spirituality have been entwined for centuries. At first glance, Spotted Lake is a visual enigma. Dozens of colorful circles scattered across a flat surface, like carefully painted blotches left by invisible hands. Yet behind this surreal appearance lies an ancient story. Following the end of the last ice age, around 10,000 years ago, the retreat of massive ice sheets formed a shallow lake, fed by underground springs rich in minerals. Every summer, the searing heat, surprisingly intense for this region of Canada, causes the water to evaporate almost entirely, revealing mineral deposits in hues that range from green to yellow, blue to white. Each circle is a chemical capsule: magnesium sulfate, calcium, sodium, and even traces of silver and titanium dance in ever-changing patterns shaped by the climate, creating a spectacle that never looks quite the same twice. Spotted Lake is far more than a geological marvel. For the Syilx people, it is a place of power, used for generations in healing rituals and the gathering of medicinal salts. To this day, access to the lake is carefully protected, a mark of respect for its spiritual significance. Although direct contact with the lake is restricted, there are designated viewpoints from which visitors can admire the lake's ethereal beauty. The best time to visit is between July and September, when evaporation peaks and the vivid patterns are at their most striking. While the lake itself remains under controlled access to preserve its cultural and environmental integrity, there are authorized viewing areas, ideal for taking in this breathtaking natural artwork. Tlilq is not merely a landscape. It is a silent invitation to witness the profound bond between land, time, and the spirits that dwell in places such as this. Bryce Canyon. Envisage a place where the earth appears to have been sculpted by hand, into shapes so delicate and surreal they resemble a stone city from another world. That place exists, and its name is Bryce Canyon, located in the state of Utah, in the United States. Despite the name, Bryce isn't technically a canyon carved by rivers. Rather, it is a series of vast natural amphitheaters etched into the edge of the Pamukkale Plateau. What truly sets this park apart is its extraordinary concentration of hoodoos, towering spires of rock rising from the ground like silent stone sentinels. The story of Bryce Canyon began over 50 million years ago, when this region was covered by lakes and rivers that deposited layers of limestone-rich sediment. Over time, these sediments became the rocks we see today. Millions of years later, tectonic movements uplifted the plateau, exposing it to the elements. Slightly acidic rainwater began dissolving the limestone, while intense freeze-thaw cycles, occurring over 200 times a year, fractured the rock into fantastic shapes. The result: a breathtaking landscape where the rocks are tinted in shades of pink, orange, cream and red, thanks to iron oxides and other minerals embedded within the formations. Some hoodoos even wear hats, capstones of harder rock perched atop, like crowns carved by time itself. Bryce Canyon is part of what is known as the Grand Staircase, a sequence of geological layers stretching from the Grand Canyon. Each step reveals millions of years of Earth's history, and Bryce, sitting at the top, displays the youngest layers, famously called the Pink Cliffs. But to the Paiute people, the native inhabitants of this land, these stone towers are far more than geological wonders. According to their legends, the hoodoos are ancient beings turned to stone as divine punishment, forever frozen between the heavens and the earth. For visitors, the park offers magic all year round, but spring and autumn bring milder temperatures, ideal for wandering through its stone labyrinths. In winter, snow blankets the formations, creating an even more surreal and enchanting scene. Bryce Canyon is a national park open to the public with an entrance fee, a passport to a journey through time and imagination. And if you happen to look up at night, prepare yourself. Bryce Canyon is also one of the best places on Earth for stargazing. The skies here are so dark and clear, you may see the Milky Way in all its shimmering glory. Among hoodoos that whisper ancient tales and skies that unveil the secrets of the cosmos, Bryce Canyon is a silent symphony of the Earth, one that will never be forgotten. Zangjia National Forest Park. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a world where mountains seem to float in the air, where mist drifts between stone pillars like ancient spirits. That place exists, and it is called Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, in the heart of Yunnan Province, in China. With over 3,000 towering quartz sandstone pillars rising vertically for hundreds of meters, Zhangjiajie resembles a moving painting, a landscape so otherworldly it inspired the floating mountains in the film Avatar. The origin of this natural wonder dates back some 400 million years, when the area lay beneath a shallow sea. Fine sediments settled and hardened over the ages into resilient layers of sandstone. Around 200 million years ago, tectonic forces uplifted the land, creating deep fissures. Then, slowly and patiently, rainwater, wind, and fluctuating temperatures began to sculpt, stone by stone, the spectacular columns we see today. But Zhangjiajie is far more than stone and erosion. Its humid subtropical climate nurtures lush greenery that clings to every formation, while rare and endemic species of plants and animals thrive in harmony with the ancient rocks. Tree roots, burrowed deep into the crevices, help stabilize the pillars, a continuous dance between life and stone. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1992 and later designated a global geopark, Zhangjiajie is both a geological jewel and a sanctuary of biodiversity. Here, nature and culture walk hand in hand. The Tujia people, with their age-old traditions, inhabit the region, maintaining a spiritual connection to the land that has endured for generations. And for the modern-day adventurer, the Bailong Elevator, the tallest outdoor lift in the world, carries visitors straight to the top of some of the most dramatic formations, in a vertigo-inducing ascent of 326 meters into the sky. The park is open to the public with an entrance fee, offering a wide array of trails, viewpoints, and attractions, among them the famed Avatar Hallelujah Mountain, officially renamed in honor of the film. For those planning a visit to this cinematic landscape, spring, April to June, and autumn, September to November, offer pleasant temperatures, vibrant forests, and frequent banks of mist that make the scenery all the more enchanting. Among mists that veil ancient stone towers and trails that wander through the realm of the imagination, Zhangjiajie is more than just a forest. It is a living gateway to a world that seems lifted from a dream. Iguazu Falls. Can you visualize the force of millions of liters of water plunging over basalt cliffs, in a thunderous symphony that echoes for miles around? A spectacle so grand it challenges the senses and stirs even the most seasoned of travelers. Such are the Iguazu Falls, one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders on the planet. Situated on the border between Brazil and Argentina, The falls stretch for an impressive 2.7 kilometers along the Iguazu River, comprising around 275 separate cascades that tumble from heights ranging between 60 and 82 meters. Among them all, the Devil's Throat reigns supreme. A colossal chasm where the water roars with an almost supernatural force. Yet this breathtaking landscape was sculpted over millions of years. During the Cretaceous period, some 135 million years ago, violent volcanic eruptions covered the region with vast layers of basalt, forming the foundation upon which the falls would eventually take shape. Over time, tectonic shifts and the relentless erosion by water carved the canyon that today houses this natural spectacle. It is as if the earth itself created, drop by drop, one of its greatest treasures. But it's not just the scenery that astounds. The falls are embraced by one of the last large continuous tracts of Atlantic forest, protected by the Iguazu National Park in Brazil and the Iguazu National Park in Argentina. This subtropical forest is a sanctuary for extraordinary biodiversity, including endangered species such as the jaguar and the toko toucan. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and voted one of the new 7 Wonders of Nature in 2011, the Iguazu Falls are far more than a tourist destination. They are a powerful reminder of the beauty and might of the natural world. According to Guarani indigenous tradition, the falls were born from a tale of forbidden love. A deity, betrayed by a beautiful maiden and her mortal lover, slashed the riverbed in a fit of rage, creating the falls and condemning the lovers to an eternal plunge. A legend that still echoes in the mist dancing above the waters. For those who dream of witnessing this spectacle, the parks require paid admission and offer a range of trails, viewing platforms, and boat rides that take visitors thrillingly close to the cascades. The best time to visit is between August and November, when rainfall is moderate and the water flow remains abundant, fully revealing the falls' magnificence. Whether observed from suspended walkways, panoramic viewpoints, or even from beneath a curtain of sparkling droplets, an encounter with the Iguazu Falls is an experience forever etched into one's memory and heart. Cappadocia. Imagine a place where nature, over millions of years, has sculpted a truly otherworldly landscape. A place where stone towers rise like silent sentinels, where hidden valleys guard ancient secrets, and where the sky at dawn becomes a canvas for hundreds of colorful balloons. Welcome to Cappadocia, the heart of Turkey and one of the most surreal places on Earth. Located in the central region of the country, across the provinces of Nevşehir, Kayseri, Aksaray, and Niğde, Cappadocia is the result of a geological spectacle that began around 60 million years ago. Violent volcanic eruptions covered the area with thick layers of porous rock, volcanic tuff. Over the ages, wind, rain, and snow delicately and patiently carved this raw material, creating the famous fairy chimneys, formations so unique they seem to have been plucked from the pages of a fantasy tale. But Cappadocia is not only about natural beauty. Beneath its enchanted valleys lie entire cities carved into the rock, such as Derinkuyu and Pamukkale. Underground shelters with tunnels extending dozens of meters deep. These cities were built to protect ancient peoples from invaders, and walking through their passages feels like stepping directly into the past. Speaking of valleys, few places on Earth offer such an astonishing variety. Love Valley, with its curious formations, Red Valley, ablaze with golden hues at sunset, Rose Valley, soft and romantic, and Monk's Valley, with its multiple stone towers. Each revealing a different facet of this enchanting landscape. For an even more magical experience, the best way to see Cappadocia is from above, aboard a hot air balloon. And here's an interesting fact. Cappadocia is considered the best place in the world for balloon flights, thanks to its stable weather and three-dimensional topography, which seems tailor-made to be admired from the skies. If you are curious about the origin of the name, Cappadocia, it comes from the ancient Persian, Cappadocia, meaning land of beautiful horses. And indeed, for centuries, the region was famed for breeding horses as remarkable as its scenery. Today, this extraordinary natural and historical spectacle is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Gorim National Park and its surroundings require paid admission. Though some natural areas remain freely accessible, it is always worth checking the details when planning your itinerary. The best time to visit will depend on your personal preference. From April to June or between September and October, the weather is milder, the skies are clear, and the valleys glow with even more vibrant colors. In winter, the landscape transforms with the arrival of snow, creating a breathtaking and unforgettable scene. Cappadocia is not a place to be seen merely in photographs. It must be felt. The breeze in the balloons, the texture of ancient stones, the vast, silent embrace of the valleys. A destination that not only astonishes but leaves an indelible mark on the soul of those fortunate enough to explore it. These places remind us that, despite all our technology, the greatest artist is still Mother Nature itself. Each valley, each lake, each awe-inspiring formation carries a story of millions of years, and a beauty that defies explanation. If this journey inspired you as much as it inspired me, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Here, every new video is an invitation to explore the most incredible wonders the world has to offer. Until our next discovery.